I've got to ask you about this, and I know you're not going to find this comfortable. Do you remember where you were when you first heard the allegations that Amy Walton was making, that Ashley had cheated on you with her?
Yes. At home.
And how did you hear?
From a phone call.
From Ashley?
No. You know, it's funny because hearing you back now, it's like a, you know, I'm saying things I've never heard myself say.
What do you want to say about it?
I'm not here to expose anything or talk about those feelings other than to say I was just a heartbroken girl. I wasn't a footballer's wife in an ivory tower and with all the lovely things, and so it'll be fine.
I'm not going to go into the details of all this because I can see you don't want to talk about this. Other than to say that obviously you took him back and then further revelations came out involving other women, which for you were clearly the final blow to the marriage.
I don't really want to say anything other than anybody that's been through a divorce knows it's one of the toughest things that you could go through. And on such a public scale, and not being able to have the privacy you need to deal with those feelings is really, really hard.
Is that one of those times when you just wish you were anonymous?
Yes.
You weren't Cheryl Cole, you were just...
You just want to go home to Newcastle. Hate.
Do you still speak to Ashley at all?
Yeah.
Often? You have regular conversations? Or?
I hope one day that we can be friends. Just have to get through the obstacles.
Do you think he still wants you back?
I don't think he ever wanted to let her go. We had a great relationship. Don't get it. Do not get it. Don't get it. Be best friend. God, this is turning into therapy.
Do you feel any better for talking about it? Does it help?
Ask us in a couple of hours.
You've had a tough time of it, but one thing you are, Cheryl, is a fighter.
Cheryl's been an X Factor favourite now for over 2 years.
She's got a great heart, Cheryl. That's why people like her.
I think the industry's missing a boy band. You're cute, you're really cute.
Yeah, thank you.
I think I remember just thinking you was made for this job.
Girls allowed?
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yes.
It's all in her eyes. You watch Cheryl Cole's eyes during an audition, you can see the way that she's feeling, and that's what makes her unique. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Throughout her time on the show, she's lived her private life in public.
Cheryl's a fighter, clear as day. I mean, what she does, she's been through a lot. She fights through it, and she doesn't give in.
I personally think part of her popularity is the fact that she wears her heart on her sleeve.
To be crushed again. I can't imagine how he must be feeling because I reckon this was his last shot.
Anyone can relate to what she went through, but she doesn't hide it. When she's sad, she shows she's sad. When she's happy, she shows she's happy. But she also knows that other people have gone through what she's gone through, so she's not living in some weird fairy tale world. You know, she's a realist. She's not somebody who feels sorry for herself.
So when Cheryl released her debut single, Fight for This Love, it was a real statement of intent.
She wanted to get her message across, and she did.
She really sang that song from her heart. She was going through trouble with her, you know, personal relationship.
Cheryl's single, Promise This, marks a new chapter in her life. So what does the future hold for one of Britain's most desirable women?
I think I'd just like to see Cheryl with somebody who would bring out all the best qualities in her.
I hope she falls in love again.
There's speculation whether or not she's found it now. If she has, I'm really pleased for her.
I'm sure, you know, it'll come a time that she'll find love again. And she will blossom even more than she is now.
The main thing I want for her is to be happy. You know, that's all I want for her, and that's all I think anybody wants for somebody that they care about.
Music is obviously massively important to you.
My whole life, I've used music. That's why it feels like you're in such a unique position to be able to do that to somebody else. And I hear stories all the time. I just did a book signing the other week, and every single person that came to us had something to say about how my music or my songs had touched their lives, and that's a pretty incredible position to be in. And to think that I feel a certain way about music and that I can make somebody feel like that is the best feeling in the world.
It was interesting watching your reaction to Simon Cowell talking about you, because you kept nodding.
Simon is one of the most important people in my life. One, he changed my life when he invited us onto the X Factor. But most importantly, he gets it. He gets me like nobody else, and I've never met anybody like that before.
What does he get?
How quick my thoughts go, and he can just stop and process them. It's really bizarre. We've got it's kind of uncanny how similar we are. And that scares me to say out loud.
Everybody interviewed in that last video just wants you to be happy. Do you think you can be quite quickly? Do you think you can move on?
I think I can definitely move on. And I think this is going to be a big milestone for me, and it's going to be a point where I've said it now, and I'm ready to get back to myself.